Welcome to this month's Be in Brunswick. North Carolina oyster season is starting up this month, and we're going to be getting down and dirty eating oysters, shagging and shucking. So stay tuned for Being Brunswick. And let's thank our sponsors for the show, Surf Unlimited, Dane Delane Studios, and of course our TV sponsor, ATMC TV. So stay tuned for Being Brunswick. We're so excited to be here to talk about the North Carolina Oyster Festival in its 37th year, which will take place on October the 21st and 22nd in Ocean Isle Beach, and we'd like to thank our presenting sponsor of the festival, Novant Health. Today, we're going to have a lot of fun. First off, we're going to do some shagging. We have our sponsor for the shag competition, Fred Thorne with Fred Thorne Realty. Fred, thanks for being here.
Thank you, and I look forward to being at the Oyster Festival this year, sponsoring the Shag Festival. And on behalf of Wilson, Bob, and myself, welcome to Ocean Isle Beach.
Are you going to be entering in the contest, Fred?
No, I'm not quite a shagger. I'll come over and enjoy the festivities, have a couple of oysters maybe, and all the craft vendors, and just have a great time.
Awesome. Well, thank you again on behalf of the Oyster Festival Committee for being a sponsor.
Thank you very much. Look forward to it.
All right. Well, now we've got our shag instructors here who are brave to help with all these left-footed people, including myself, to help us shag today. I've got Debbie and Sunny. Thank y'all for being here.
Welcome.
Tell us a little bit about where you're from and what you're doing today.
Okay, we're members of the Coastal Shag Club in Charlotte and also the Society of Brunswick Shaggers on Oak Island. And we'd love for anybody to come, just look us up, and we have a good time at every meeting.
Well, the contest for the Oyster Festival is going to take place on Sunday, October the 22nd at 1 o'clock, and all you have to do to come out there is just come register at your table. Is that correct?
That's it. Just come and have a good time. It doesn't matter what you look like, just get out there and have a good time.
And there are 3 levels we can do. There's advanced for people who are very, who maybe are instructors like yourselves or have won a couple of contests. There's also the amateur, which are not instructors but maybe have won a contest. And then there's your novice who just are wanting to go out and have a good time and just practice their skills.
Like me.
There you go, like Fred.
It's all a good time and it's all for fun.
Great. Well, again, we want to thank our sponsor for the contest, Fred Thorne Realty, and our brave instructors, Debbie and Sunny, and we're going to go and do a little shagging with our group today. And I want to thank them for being here. A lot of these are our festival committee that work really hard all year, and also a few other chamber volunteers. So thank y'all so much for being brave to be on camera. We're going to go shag. Woo. Do you spin? Does the guy? Are they tapping over there? Steven knows how to shag. Oh, he's a cheater! All right, we're just gonna keep going. Oh, I guess they're professional. Okay, no hand, just one. Okay. My left? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, step back. Oh, I'm trying to step forward.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's like, you know, with salsa. Oh, Sunny's making me look good. Thank you again. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fred Thorne, thank y'all so much. Now we're going to go eat some oysters.
I think co-ops are the best business plans regardless of how large or small the community is. The people in the community own the company, they have a voice in the company, and we just go about doing the business of making a world of change for them. You know, we're a service company. We're going to provide services. Whatever those services are that come down the pipe in the future, there's no better company than ATMC to provide them. No better company than ours, no better type company than a co-op to make a difference.
Welcome back to Being Brunswick. I'm Robin Beliveau, Events Director at the Brunswick County Chamber of Commerce, taking over for Shannon, and she's going to be doing our eating demonstration in a few minutes. But what I want to do first is welcome Bo Tate from Jesse and Myers Construction. Bo is our eating contest sponsor this year at the North Carolina Oyster Festival. Thanks for being here, Bo.
Happy to be here.
What are you most excited about this year at the Oyster Festival?
After Labor Day, our little town goes real quiet. We go down from 500 people, but on Oyster Fest Saturday, we grow back to 30,000, and it's pretty exciting to see everybody here having a good time.
It sure is. Well, the eating contest is really exciting for us. We get about 40 contestants that come in, and we do 4 heats of 10 each. They get a dozen oysters that they have to eat, chew, and swallow completely to consider done. The top 4 from each heat will then go on to the championship round for the title and a trophy. When we come back, we'll get to our eating demonstration with Shannon and the rest of our Oyster Festival committee.
ATMC is a cooperative. That means we're member-owned and member-controlled. And because we're a nonprofit, we refund portions of the revenues not used to cover expenses in any given year back to our members. These refunds are called capital credits. In September, ATMC distributed over $3 million in capital credit refunds to more than 49,000 of our members, both past and present. $1.5 million was refunded to members who had qualifying services in 1998, and for the first time ever, we distributed an additional $1.5 million to members who had qualifying service in 2016. ATMC has a long history of giving back to our members. In fact, since the year 2000, we've given back more than $42 million in capital credit refunds to our membership. This is the sign of a strong cooperative and a great example of how cooperatives put members first. On behalf of our board and our over 200 employees, we thank you for your patronage and we thank you for choosing ATMC.
Welcome back to Being Brunswick, everybody. We're about to start our eating contest and demonstration with Jesse and Myers Construction sponsor.
I'm Mike O'Driscoll, Jesse and Myers Construction.
I'm Shuckin' Shannon.
Slippery Steven.
I'm Dirty Dave.
We also have our timers here from our Oyster Festival committee. We have Mel here from the Parks and Rec. She is one of our exhibitor chairs. We have Tammy Triplett Keski from our logistics chair in our committee, and we have Tori Humphrey, who is our also our exhibitor chair, and Cindy Leonard, who's our volunteer chair at the festival. We have more festival committee and ambassadors here from the Brunswick County Chamber here to cheer on our contestants. All right, everybody, are you ready? I think you need to introduce this here. You need to say, get ready.
3, 2, 1.
You got it?
3, 2, 1, eat!
Go!
All right, so we are looking to see who can finish the fastest, guys. You got to eat, chew, and swallow completely, then raise your hands.
My guy.
Oh, all right. Everybody, are we cheering for the sponsor here, Mike? I don't know. I'm rooting in Shannon's corner. She is my boss, by the way, so I kind of got to root for her there. Come on. Go, go, go. Oh, look at that. Keep going, guys. Keep going. We got our timers in the back there.
Spicy.
Yeah. Well, Shannon cooked these. We had no idea what we were in for here, but Steven, put your arms up. All right, Shannon, come on, you can do it. Finish it, finish it. All right. Woo!
Tie for third.
They were spicy, I will say. Hot dog. Magic Mike. All right, slippery Steve. They were good. I got it good.
Well, that was just a taste of our oyster eating contest that'll be happening on Saturday, October 21st at 11 a.m. Contest tickets will be available as soon as our gates open. Just head over to the gate. And thank you so much, Jesse and Myers Construction, for being here today and joining us in the eating contest. We'll be back in a few minutes because the next up is our shucking contest.
I think co-ops are the best business plans regardless of how large or small the community is. The people in the community own the company, they have a voice in the company, and we just go about doing the business of making a world of change for them. You know, we're a service company. We're going to provide services. Whatever those services are that come down the pipe in the future, there's no better company than ATMC to provide them. No better company than ours, no better type company than a co-op to make a difference.
Welcome back to Being Brunswick. Again, I'm Robin Beliveau, Events Director at the Brunswick County Chamber of Commerce. Taking over again for Shannon because she's going to be entering our shucking contest that we're going to be doing in a few minutes. But first, I wanted to welcome a couple people here. First, I'd like to welcome Zaxby's. This is Angie Rabun. She's the general manager at Zaxby's, who is our shucking contest sponsor. We're so excited to have them here. Zaxby's just moved into Shallotte, and we're excited to have them in Brunswick County. Angie, you going to be at the Oyster Festival this year?
Absolutely, I wouldn't miss it.
What do you think you're going to do first?
Probably the shucking contest.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. And also with me today is Wilson Sherrill. He is our food chair on the Oyster Festival Committee. He's going to talk a little bit about the rules of the shucking contest.
Thank you, Robin. The shucking contest is a very integral part of the annual North Carolina Oyster Festival. And we have two divisions, amateurs and a professional division. The amateurs compete for bragging rights. The professionals actually work in the oyster industry, and the winner of the professional division gets a $275 prize money, a trophy, and $200 traveling money to represent Brunswick County in the USA contest in Maryland. The winner there gets to go to Ireland for the international contest, and we have been fortunate enough in Brunswick County to have at least one lady win here, win the national, and go to Ireland, so we're very proud of those folks. Now, the runner-up in the professional division also receives a trophy. And like I said, the amateurs, some of them come back year after year because they like the bragging rights. The professionals can shuck 24 oysters in less than 3 minutes, and that is moving on.
That's amazing, Wilson. All right, in just a few minutes, we're going to come back and we're going to check out our Oyster Festival Committee as they enter into their own shucking competition.
Basically, it's being used to incorporate the North Carolina math standards into a hands-on activity using the garden for that. They use it for many different ways. Fourth grade math and elementary math in general is kind of the everyday math that adults use. So when we go to plant our crops or harvest our crops, we have to figure out how many crops can we put into a box. So we have to multiply, divide the box, measure it, fraction it out, things like that. They like being outside. So much of their time is spent indoors, spending time using computers and things like that. So they really enjoy coming out and really getting their hands dirty and working out in the yard. And the way that the education system is and the money restrictions financially, we really don't have a lot of extra funds for projects like this. So it's important and really a huge thing that companies like ATMC hand out grants for education and allow teachers to do different projects and really open the eyes of students with things like gardens and other projects that they do.
I really appreciate it. This really has helped me with us growing a lot of things, and next year I'm going to 5th grade and I hope the 4th graders enjoy the garden.
You guys gave us the opportunity to get our hands-on experience with the garden and doing math while we're learning the garden.
Welcome back to Being Brunswick, everybody, where we are just about to get started for our shucking demonstration and contest here. I still have Wilson Sherrill here. He is going to be helping us out here as we do this, but I'd like to introduce our contestants here. We've got Shannon Vieira, president of the Brunswick County Chamber, and we had 3 of our committee members here. We have Stephen Smith from CWS Insurance. We have Mel Johnson from the Brunswick County Parks and Rec, and Tori Humphrey from Resort Brokerage. All right, you guys, are you just about ready? Woo! All right, you know the rules, right?
Okay, the rules are when you finish, raise your hands above your head and then the timers will stop. All right? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys, let's see it. Who's going to get the first
Now
one?
understand, as they are shucking these oysters, they have to completely sever them and make sure the oysters are away from the shell, on the shell. The judges that judge this contest are looking for penalties and add seconds to their time. It is very difficult sometimes to get that oyster open, as you can see from this demonstration.
I love how Shannon just flung the oyster behind her.
In my way.
They're struggling. Some of them are struggling, but some of them are making it. Oh, Shannon didn't like that oyster.
This one doesn't have it. Oh, there we go. There we go. You gotta find
All right,
it right.
well, Mel's got a couple open over there.
Yeah. Stephen's got some.
Doing a great job over
Yeah.
here. You've done this before, haven't you, Stephen?
It's all in the glove.
Mel's working hard.
All of mine.
Tori just dumped one.
This is
She's got a good system going on there, though. With that
It's all about presentation, presentation. And usually for this shucking contest at the Oyster Festival, we have patrons of the Oyster Festival lined up watching, 6 and 8 people deep, cheering the contestants on. It's wonderful.
We had somebody from Germany one year.
We had a gentleman here from Germany one year. He just had a fit because we were throwing the oysters away. No, no, no. We need those oysters. They go well with vodka.
Oh, Shannon.
Presentation.
Come on, Tori.
Well, I don't know. Stephen looks like he's just now getting them all nice and pretty for us.
He's about there.
Yeah.
Hands up for Stephen.
Wow.
All right, let's see who comes in second. Who comes in
Done there. Look at
third.
her. She's on her last shell there.
She's working hard.
We got to give props to Shannon, though. She has never done this before.
No.
Never.
She's
And
struggling.
she's already gotten 3 of them open.
And I'm really handicapped by my glove, I will say. It's just, it's just not working.
Now, why would that be, Shannon?
No, you're protected by your glove.
No, safety is always key when you're at the Oyster Festival. We don't want
All right, well, you know what? You caught up to the rest of the crew there. It's down to the last
Moving
3 ladies
on
here.
there.
It's just not going to open.
Yes, it will.
There you go.
Keep trying. There you
Oh,
go.
there you go,
There you go.
Oh, wait, right there, maybe.
There we go. Mel is number 2.
This one has no. Where am I going? Oh, wait, there.
Come on, Tori.
Tori.
Wow, look at that.
Wow, look at that one.
That's a beauty.
She's a beaut.
Oh, Tori's still got one more to go, Shannon.
This one is just not wanting to be open today. Must be a pearl.
There we go.
Heard the pop.
All right. Heard the pop.
All right, ladies, come on down to the wire here.
Wow, look at
All right.
Okay. That one's just edible.
That is huge.
Hey, you want to eat them all?
Way to go, Tori.
I'm done. I can't. This one is not going.
You did great.
Give all of them a hand. Job well done. Thank you.
All right, so what happens next with this? What do we do now? Okay.
So now our judges are going to take a look. We'd have 3 professional judges who will come in and take a look and make sure that the oysters are clean.
Clean. There are no oysters missing from the shells. The oysters are not cut. They are not presented with pieces of shell on the oyster, or they have not been completely severed from the oyster shell itself. And seconds are added to their time. The harshest penalty is 30 seconds for penalties. Amateurs get 12 oysters and the professionals get 24. So there's a lot of time added in some cases.
Sounds like it.
It's a fun event. People come back year after year, amateurs and professionals alike. Thanks to the contestants.
Join us on Saturday, October 21st at 3 o'clock for the oyster shucking contest. All right, Shannon, so you just participated in the shag demonstration, the shucking contest, and the eating contest. How do you feel?
You know, Robin, I feel like a champ. I went in there, I did it my best. I didn't win anything, but I tried, and it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was so much fun to see you and the rest of the committee participating. I can't wait for the actual weekend when we're going to have all those contests and we get to see everything happen live and for real.
It's a lot. It's really a lot of fun, and people that participate in all these contests really get into it. The spectators are cheering on their favorite person, and we just have a really good time. And the good thing about this is all the oyster shells and things that we use left over, we just toss them back into the canal so we can create new oyster beds. So we recycle. So it's a great day, and we had a good time.
Yes, we did. Now what are we doing next?
Next up, we're going to head over to the Boundary House and we're going to try some oyster stew and talk about our oyster stew contest. So are you ready to try some?
I am. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, let's go.
The administrators and the teachers, everybody, all the stakeholders were a lot more interested in doing more STEM. And so it seemed like a good time to apply for an ATMC grant and get more iPads in the classroom here for the art classroom and the music classroom, and it's been a big hit since we've got them.
Well, these projects in music, what we did was use the program GarageBand in order for students to create their own original music that paired along with the project they did in art class. Their goal was to create music that represented the same core value they created visually in Minecraft.
Minecraft is where you could place blocks wherever you would like, and you could just let your imagination flow through and you could almost create anything you would like. My teammate was Lydia and we worked together and we came up with the idea of a bouquet.
In art class, we created an American flag and a duck to represent the value of honesty. In music, we use GarageBand to create music to show that same value.
You know, with this new creativity, they're able to create their own ideas and work in new ways, which are going to solve the problems that we're having today in the 21st century.
One of the great things about Brunswick County is we have a lot of STEM industries here in our community. We have the power plant, we have Corning over in Wilmington, and ATMC is a big employer here in the county, and they're part of our community. So it's really great that they're able to facilitate our schools having more technology by doing grant funding.
It's so impressive and it's so amazing that they're willing to invest their money into the lives of these students that we have here at Bolivia. Because a lot of these students may not have the ability to do this stuff on their own, and because of ATMC, these kids are getting opportunities to learn in new ways in the evolving world with the new technology that's coming out.
And we're here at the Boundary House and we're getting ready to talk about some oyster stew.
That's right.
Are you guys excited?
Yes, real excited.
All right, so the Boundary House was winner last year of our People's Choice at the Oyster Festival. So we're glad that y'all are maybe coming back again.
We are. We'd like to thank all of the patrons for coming out last year. We're really looking forward to next year, so come out, join us, have some great oyster stew, some great oysters, have some fun.
All right. And we've got, this is Russell here, who's the senior manager, and Jason here, who's the chef.
Yes, ma'am.
Jason's gonna let me put some ingredients in and see how they make their delicious oyster stew. And later on, we're gonna go meet up with Robin and with our sponsor of the oyster stew, Prestige Lighting, and we're gonna have a taste of what we just made. So again, thank y'all very much for letting us back here to kind of make some oyster stew. So let's get to making. All right, so what do we do first?
We have cream and our bacon and ham mix already going. We have celery, onions, pepper, paprika, bay leaves, and you can kind of just start adding as you like.
Oh, I can add all of this in there?
Yes,
just
ma'am.
dump in? All right. Wow, this is a lot. All right, that's onions. We're gonna, do I stir it as I do it, or what should I do?
Yes, ma'am. Got you a whisk made right
Oh man, that is a whisk. So just stir it all. Oh, okay. This is great. Oh, it smells so good. It's like you got a little base started, like you said. All right, let's dump that all in there. Then I'm gonna throw your herbs in here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Pepper, bay leaves, nice. What is that?
Garlic powder.
Oh, garlic powder. Okay, I couldn't tell by the smell. All right.
Fresh garlic.
Fresh garlic. Very good. All right, let's whisk that in a little bit. So, do you guys change your recipe up every year, or do you kind of go to do something that's similar? How do you? Is that a secret?
Yeah, we've been using the same one for as long as we've been doing it.
Oh, all right. I'm making a big mess here. Sorry. All right, we've got a couple more ingredients. We're gonna put the paprika.
Paprika, yes, ma'am.
Hey, I don't cook, but I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. I'm gonna say parsley.
Yes, ma'am.
For prettiness.
Doing pretty good this.
All right. What is this? Cream? Sour cream?
That's a culinary cream we use.
A culinary. That sounds very, you know, very special. All right. We're gonna put that.
We'll let that cook for a little bit, and then the oysters go in last, not to overcook them.
All right, so I'm going to stir this up a little bit, get it nice and ready for the oysters. Man, do you do all this by hand?
Yes, ma'am.
So right now I'm just stirring this up, and then like you said, we're going to add the oysters after.
Yes, ma'am. We'll let this cook for a few minutes to get nice and warm and combine nicely, and then we'll add the oysters just to make sure they don't overcook.
That's a lot of oysters.
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
So after the oysters, is that where when you put in your secret ingredients?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we can't stick around for that. Can we?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, Chef Jason, thank you very much for
Very
letting
nice to meet
letting us in your kitchen.
Yes, ma'am.
Russell, I think we're going to head back out, and we're going to get with Bill, who's our sponsor for this, and with Robin, and we're going to go taste some of this stew. So let's go on out.
Thank you, guys.
I think co-ops are the best business plans regardless of how large or small the community is. The people in the community own the company, they have a voice in the company, and we just go about doing the business of making a world of change for them. You know, we're a service company. We're going to provide services. Whatever those services are that come down the pipe in the future, there's no better company than ATMC to provide them. No better company than ours, no better type company than a co-op to make a difference.
All right, we are ready to introduce the oyster stew, but real quick, I want to say thanks for Robin for being back, being my co-host today.
Oh, I had a great time, Shannon.
Thank you. And I do want to introduce our sponsors for the oyster stew contest. It's Prestige Lighting with Bill and Julie Rayfield. So thank y'all for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So what are you looking forward to most to the festival, Julie?
My favorite part of the festival is the vendors.
Oh, the vendors.
The fact that they come from all over the East Coast, and they do a great job every year. You never know what you're going to find. There's always something unique and different, and that's my favorite part.
All right. How about you, Mr. Bill? What are you looking forward to?
I like the people that stop by our booth and we generate a conversation, find out where they're from, where they live, what brought them to Ocean Isle Beach, and just really meet new people, generate new friendships, and the food's always great.
Well, one of the best part of the festivals is obviously the oyster stew contest. When is that contest going to happen, Robin?
That's on Sunday, October 22nd at 1:30.
All right, you can buy a stew ticket starting at 10 o'clock on Sunday, not before, not after, but we start at 10. So it looks like Russell is ready to bring us some oyster stew to try, so let's get that. Oh, that looks so delicious.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to taste this.
I don't know what the secret ingredient is. They didn't let me see it, Bill. All right. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and taste this. Again, thanks to Boundary House and Russell and Chef Jason for having us out here today. Thank you. Oh my God.
Wow. Shannon, I can see why they were the People's Choice Award winner last year at the stew contest.
Absolutely. It's very good.
Delicious.
Excellent.
Excellent.
This is very good.
All right. Well, we've had.
This is one of our favorite restaurants in the entire area.
Wonderful.
They have so many different, really great meals. My favorite is the Pittsburgh-style ribeye steak, and it's great. So I love it.
Well, I know they like to hear that. Well, we've had an amazing day on Being Brunswick. We have shagged, we have eaten oysters, we have shucked, and we have tasted some People's Choice Award-winning oyster stew. Hopefully they'll be back this year to reclaim their title. But again, we look forward to seeing you at the Oyster Festival on October the 21st and 22nd at Ocean Isle Beach. So have a great day, and we'll see you next month on Being Brunswick.